As much as I love massive sprawling strategy games, there's something else that really does it for me. Really novel, unique ones. Super Fantasy Kingdom is just that. This game dragged me in. It's like Vampire Survivors, but for strategy fans. Not in mechanics or style, but in mindset. You put a little in and get a lot back. It's a mishmash mix of genres and features. Kingdom building, auto-battling, incremental progress. It's like a worker placement board game that came to life and turned into an ongoing dopamine delivery device. When I first tried the demo at the last Steam Next Fest, I got pretty hooked. So I was all too happy to get stuck in again and try out some new features. It's got an engaging core gameplay loop. You build up a settlement, allocate workers to get resources, and develop a team of heroes to stand guard at the gates. While your citizens are hurrying around, gathering, refining, and delivering, your soldiers are battling back an ever-growing horde of enemies. There's this constant feel of progress. You're always unlocking new items, heroes, tools, but also the world itself. You push back the fog and reclaim parts of your kingdom, always growing your strength and providing more tools for future runs. It's got that roguelite one more run mentality that had me coming back again and again, always trying to nail down my perfect strategy. It all boils down to a basic loop. Build, grow, expand, fight, survive. You'll be swapping out your workers into different parts of your town, always trying to maintain that balance between growing your settlement and upgrading your heroes. Things start pretty confined, and you're flying by the seat of your pants for your first few runs. But as you try, experiment, and fail, things get gradually more comfortable. Little by little, you'll unlock new plots of land to place buildings in, gain more workers to allocate across your town, and be able to get a healthy little industry going to fuel your band of dashing heroes, each of which have their own skills and abilities and fight back the horde in auto-battler combat. You don't have to worry about them. They're competent. They'll do their job. Or just die. Every night they hopefully survive, they'll return to town and park themselves in the tavern, expecting a nice warm meal. The better the meal you provide, the more experience they'll gain. The more experience they gain, the higher their stats. The better their odds at surviving the next night. So everything links together. There's a few different systems that seem disconnected at the start, but they all click together and turn as one. As you progress, you'll unlock new hero types, discover powerful synergies, and enable interesting combos through passive and active abilities. Bosses will drop powerful items that can make or break an unorthodox party composition, and there is a real satisfaction in finding that missing puzzle piece that makes an unexpected band of warriors work together to fend off that nightly horde. What the game does well is that feeling of constant progression, that incremental progress each and every run. It does this in a novel way. Your world starts small, but little by little you expand out, securing extra regions to unlock new mechanics, systems, or just give you a little boost on your next run. It's a slow burn, but it means you're always moving forward, never disheartened when a run falls apart because now you've got X, Y, or Z to work with on your next attempt. And quite dangerously, it meant I kept coming back, again and again. This just melts time away. The Vampire Survivors effect, as I mentioned earlier. In the demo version, you can stretch your legs a decent amount, though I'm not sure how much further that will go in the full version. Whether we'll see a whole game world added, biomes, additional kingdoms, all that is yet to be seen. Though I've been lucky enough to get a small glimpse as to what the developer has in store for the game, and I have to say, it is absolutely not what I expected. Before I get into all this, I just want to say a huge thank you to the game's publisher Hooded Horse for sending over a slightly souped up version of the game. The preview version that was sent included an alternate faction for the game. Everything is flipped on its head as you play as an undead lord. New resources, new systems, a new world to reclaim. Now, I had a list of places I expected the game to go. This was not on it. This is mad. It got me more excited for the game though. Not because this mode is much better than the demo. Once you boil down the changes, the core loop is the same. It was just unexpected. This to me says that the developer is keying up to throw plenty of curveballs. It's a novel enough concept as it is, but they seem ready to keep us guessing, sending us to even more unknowns. I get the feeling that this is a personal project rather than a commercial one. Like the developer is there coming up with ideas thinking, damn, this would be cool. Crafting their own perfect game rather than thinking, what would the potential audience want? And I respect that. This isn't something to appeal to the masses, but something that's going to be really captivating and enjoyable to a small sect. Obviously, everything being undead is a big step in another direction. But there was a lot of other takeaways from this version. The mechanics were tighter, the information clearer. Everything felt more filled out and complete. It was an improved experience in every regard, and I do hope they bring those improvements to the Steam demo version before the game launches. Because if you haven't tried it yet and you've been nodding along to this bizarre concept, I would say 100% go give that demo on Steam a try. It doesn't have all the undead bells and whistles, but it's got the core loop all there. It's a lot of fun, and you will certainly come up with your own deductions as to where this game is going. And honestly, I really cannot wait to see the full version of this when it comes out next year. I thought I had the game sussed out, but then the developer just comes out with an undead faction. I've no doubt that there are plenty more surprises planned, and I am going to have an eye on this over the next few months. Now, I don't think this is a game that's going to be taking over my life or anything like that. I'm just curious. I love novelty in games, and this is something that's shaping up to be a really unique take. Again, if you haven't tried the demo, give it a go, and then let me know what you think down in the comments. And for more content on strategy games, both big and small, be sure to subscribe to the channel, as I'm here almost every week with strategy content for your eyeballs. One final time. This has been Super Fantasy Kingdom. Quirky, novel, and full of surprises, and I cannot wait to see more from it.